If you're a business leader and you're going through the struggles of maintaining your business, growing your business, particularly in these times, I highly recommend going through the process of actually discovering the ways that you are being that are holding you back. Hi, I'm Kristina Devlin and I'm the owner-director of a yoga studio South Sydney called Bikram in the Shire. I bought the yoga studio in August last year and I took over an existing studio that had already been running for about 10 years. So I just continued with the business as how it was going. And so it's been a massive journey, and you know, there was two ways I could have seen and run the business. A lot of people said to me, what a terrible time to buy a business, what a terrible time to take over a business. I had never owned a business before, so it was a journey in and of itself just to be running a business for the first time. So I saw it more of an opportunity. Well, I had to see it as an opportunity, and I've completely changed the business. So what has kept me going in this period is being around people and mentors and in a team environment and having coaching that has helped me stay in the possibility of what I'm creating with the studio, and seeing circumstances as opportunities rather than reasons to quit, to stop. There are plenty of times in the last 6 months that I've felt like quitting and giving up. And in the past, that's probably the way I have been before. So I actually met Marcus in a coaching context when he was a coach in a communication course, a short 2-day course that I was part of. So I met Marcus in that coaching context, so I had that experience with him, and I experienced him as a very phenomenal coach and person, and I had a few little wins with him in that coaching experience. And then down the track, maybe 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, I heard that he was doing a different kind of coaching and that he was available to work with. So I was really excited to see what this whole Being Profile was about. I regard Marcus very highly in all the experience that he's had in his life. So I knew that he would be bringing something really different and something powerful. Working with the Being Profile, I've discovered in myself as a leader that being direct, being honest and empowering the people around me, particularly my staff, to step into their leadership roles as well, has created such an amazing energy. The confidence that I now feel, I'm bringing it into other areas. I'm creating more businesses within my business, and I'm creating that with my staff as well, and also the people, the students on my challenge. We've only been going for 2 or 3 days, and already, you know, my students are starting to step up and step out and starting to take leadership in their lives. So it's a knock-on effect from me out into the networks. So there's been a lot of conversations around this, a lot of exercises I've been doing, but having the confidence to actually request of people, to actually not just put an ad out there or an idea out there, but have one-on-one conversations with people in the face of them that, you know, they're going to say no. In fact, I was requested to get no's from people. Don't worry about if people say yes. Just go out there and just get lots of no's off people. It's like, okay. When I did the Being Profile, I was aware there was going to be a lot of questions to answer, and I really love exploring just myself, and I've done a lot of coaching and therapy before, so I was really excited to see what this was about, this Being Profile. I discovered through doing the Being Profile that I had a lack of assertiveness around making requests with my staff, with my students. In working with assertiveness, which I scored quite low on the profile, I'm really discovering being straight with people and making requests of people. In my business, it looks like making requests of my staff and my students, which in the past, I just thought people would say no, or that people weren't interested, or how could I force people with my questions or my requests. And so what I'm discovering in my business is that people are so willing to, contribute. They've received my requests as my interest in them, and they would love to be involved and they'd love to help, and they say yes. They say yes, and it's a brand new world for me. I made a massive request of people joining my 30-day challenge, the challenge that I've wanted to do for the last 8 years. I made requests of people. I created the challenge in about 10 days, and I've had 20 people join the challenge, and I have increased profits in my business by about 20%. So for me, in 2 weeks, I've had the most massive gains in my business, for me personally, in my ability to communicate with people and really discover that students, people are more than happy to contribute if they can, if they want to. And it's about being direct with the question, and that is going to get the results. And that's what I've changed in 2 weeks. My business partner, who is also a director, is away from the business at the moment. And he rang me in the last few days, and he's like going, "What's happening? What is going on? I'm hearing you're on fire. I'm really loving the conversation." And then I messaged him back with a few things that I've been doing and what's happening. And then he got back to me saying, "This is the best message I've ever had from you in our partnership together in the last year. What's going on?" And I finally got to speak to him yesterday and told him, I'm being personally coached, and I'm really getting to grips with, what's been holding me back, what can bring me forward, and stepping into being proactive, whereas before, and that was another big conversation with Marcus, was I was procrastinating a lot around, these big dreams, big ideas, big goals that I've had in my life. So one of the most memorable conversations I've had with Marcus, and the one that's made the biggest impact in the way I'm running my business and the results that I'm having from my business, is around making unreasonable requests of people. In the past, I would put something out there that I would like to happen, but then I wouldn't follow it up with just requesting people, following up with people, and that has had a massive impact right now, today, in what I'm doing in the business. In the context of running the 30-day Spring Alive Challenge, how it would have looked in the past is I would have gotten together a newsletter and put it out there, this thing is happening. And then people would have been interested in it, perhaps, and I'd see them and maybe ask, "Oh, would you like to do that?" without really going into it with them. And the predictable future is that I would have not had many people sign up, and if I hadn't had many people sign up, I would have given up on the whole project altogether, and I would have felt quite embarrassed. The debrief on my profile brought some things I expected, but also brought forward some other aspects of myself that was slightly surprising. And so the Being Profile profiles different ways of being, and what I scored highly on the higher end was around gratitude and accountability and integrity, and I got that part of myself. But the lower end of the scale and the more hidden aspects of the beingness was around confidence, productivity, proactivity, and what really surprised me was forgiveness. I'm still in the discovery of what that actually means and how that not being able to forgive myself, I think more than others. I think I can forgive others, but that not being able to forgive myself has impacted on my ability to really be powerful in my life. If you're a business leader and you're going through the struggles of maintaining your business, growing your business, particularly in these times where circumstances are just throwing challenges and difficulties out there at you, I highly recommend going through the process of actually discovering the ways that you are being that are holding you back. And my experience is that it's a very fast way to transform some of those ways of being that are holding you back, are going to massively impact everything in your business and the way that your business moves forward and the way that you lead your business forward.